All right. Welcome, everyone. This is Tracy and Wagner with Versatile Inspirations. And today we are going to be discussing the magic and mystery of 1111. You'll probably hear about that and see about that in different circles. It's coming up the 11th day of the 11th month. And it has some wonderful properties to it, especially in the New Age spiritual circles. It's numerology. It's a wonderful number. So let's get started. I will screen share and we'll get going. All right, wonderful. So there again, we are discussing today the magic and mystery of 1111. So 11 is in numerology a master number. Now, some people don't use the master numbers, but it's a master number. And for a long time, the number 11 is looked at as a spiritual number. It means highly intuitive, creative, sensitive. So that 11 number holds that vibration. It holds the vibration of being highly intuitive. So when you couple that with an extra 11, especially if you're already intuitive or you're sensitive, it just heightens that. So on that day, you may feel, sense, and just know things a lot easier and maybe just out of the blue. So during this time, you might want to take extra precautions on protecting yourself. Just create that bubble of protection around you, especially if you're sensitive or highly sensitive. You want to have that little bit of protection around you so that you're not picking up on everybody else's vibration, because some people don't have great days and we don't want to bring that into our life. So just remember on that 11/11 day that you may be highly intuitive and highly sensitive. Also, with numerology, sometimes people just take those numbers apart. So there's a 1 in there. So just talking about that 1 that is part of the 11, it describes the physicality of your being. So it is the first aspect number. It's the first number. It's 1. And so it's more of that physicality, that grounded being, if you will, of the numbers. So it's first, it's that being is present. And so it carries a vibration of being more grounded. So if we take the number separately and we take 1 plus 1, which is how you find out numbers or find out the aspects of numbers by pulling them apart and then adding them separately. So 11 would be 1 plus 1, and it would equal the number 2. And the 2 in numerology describes the spirituality of our being. So whereas the 1 is our physicality, the number 2 is our spiritual being. So it's higher vibration. So the 1 is going to be lower, or a more dense vibration, and number 2 is going to be higher or a less dense of a vibration. So it's going to have that higher vibration, which is coordinating with that spirituality of our being. So the 1 can represent our physical body, and the 2 is more of that subtle energy, our chakras, our aura, our connection to spirit, that subtle energy. That is what that number 2 is going to be dealing with. So if we take the 1 and the 2, and they're actually part of this 11, it can be seen as your inner and your outer yin and yang being in balance. So your spirituality and your physicality will be more in balance on this day, which is great for you because you're going to feel more grounded, but you're going to feel that connection to spirit just as much as you would being grounded. So it's a wonderful day for that evening out of our being here on earth, that physical being and our subtle energy being. So it's a great day for that. Also, just to talk about angel numbers a little bit, because they have to do with numerology. And if you study the angel messages or if you do angel readings, you'll notice that 1111 is going to come up a lot. 1111, you're going to look at your phone and it's going to be 1111. You're going to look at your phone and you're going to have an 11 somewhere. You're going to be driving, you're going to see the number 11, or you're going to see the numbers 1111. They're going to be popping up a lot. And so for angel numbers, the number 11 means that the angels are sending you messages. That means they're helping you with your awakening and your enlightenment right now. Now, it's not just for you either. They may be helping you deliver your messages to a greater audience for the purpose of enlightenment or for awakening. So this is a great time to receive those messages, especially if you do any kind of light work or earth angel work. You're going to be receiving a lot of those messages on 1111, including ways to improve your intuition and your creativity. So this day is great for intuition and creativity, not only in the numerology, but also in the angel numbers. Now, if we take the angel numbers and we separate them as 1 and 2, what we're also looking at is with 1, we're looking at the angels. They're again sending us messages, but letting us know that we can receive those messages, that we are open and that we're ready to receive those messages. Now, with the angel number 2, we're looking at the ability to trust. We need to trust those messages that we're receiving, and we need to act on them, because each of us receive the messages that is important for us. You're not going to be receiving messages for someone else unless you're doing a reading for them. But if you're focusing and your intention is to gain clarity on your soul journey or your life purpose, those messages are going to come to you clearly and effortlessly through the angels, especially on this day and on the 1111 day. And so with that, just be open and trusting and believe that you're receiving those messages for a purpose and act on them. You will do yourself so much good to be able to act on those messages because they're coming to you for a reason. Now, if you're doing a reading for someone and it just so happens to be on the 1111 day, then that's great. You can actually give that message to that person. But just know, just take some self-care time for yourself and use this 1111 day to just tap into your spirit team. Just hear those spirit winks for yourself as well. First and foremost, just take that time for yourself. Just even if you can carve out 10-15 minutes for yourself, try and carve out those times at specific points throughout the day. At 11:11 on 11:11 would be great, whether that's AM or PM, it doesn't matter. That same vibration is still there. Now, how can you work with the 1111 energy? It's probably pretty apparent. You're more than likely going to see repeating 1s, repeating 11s, or repeating 2s. Now, you'll probably maybe even see repeating numbers 1 and 2. So you may see a 12 at times, or you may see a 1 and then you may see a 2, followed by a 1 and a 2 sometimes, or just maybe even 1, 2, and 11. Those numbers are just coming to you just to send you an angel wink. When you see repeating numbers, be aware of what's going on when you do see it. What are you thinking? Where are you? What have you been focusing on? And try and be specific with that. I know when you look at the phone and you see that repeating number, especially an 11 or a 12 or 1111 especially, it can kind of knock you off your game a little bit because it's like, oh, that's really cool. But try and kind of back up and see where you're at, or just ask the angels or your spirit team to send you spirit winks, just so that you can know what it is they're trying to deliver to you in a message form. And then if you can, just sit back and receive the messages, because there's going to be some. Set an alarm on 11/11 for 11/11, either AM or PM or both. This is a great time to just kind of harness that vibration that is happening at that time. It's going to be an electrically charged day, yet because of that one, you're going to feel grounded. So you're going to feel full in your body, but you're going to have the spiritual connection as if the veil was thin. And so you're going to have that spiritual connection on the 11/11 day while being grounded and being able to really be clear and focused on what it is you're trying to manifest. It's a wonderful day. It's amazing. Something that can help you focus your intention is lighting a candle. Go within, meditate, do all three if you can. If you can't, just going within at that time or any time during the 11/11 day, just go within and just really focus on intentions that you want manifested. Light a candle if you can. It's a great focal point. It will help you become clear. It kind of puts you in a little bit of a hypnosis state if you're able to stare at it long enough, or it can just bring you back to present. Along with meditation, it's a great tool to help you focus and to really just kind of go within for the few moments. Self-care and self-love are important for that day. Also, with crystal clear intention, focus on your hopes, dreams, wishes, and desires. These are what will be manifesting. These are what will come up for you. It's a great day to focus on those things that you're hoping, dreaming, wishing, and desiring, because on 11/11, remember, you're both grounded and you're both connected to spirit. So you're going to be receiving those messages and you're going to be grounded so you get those clear intentions. Place that intention, those hopes, dreams, wishes, and desires, place those for manifesting in your causal chakra. This is the manifesting chakra. It is part of your transpersonal energy system, and it's part of the transpersonal chakras, which are some of the newer chakras. They're in your subtle body. They're not part of the original 7. They're on the outside, or your subtle body energy. And it is about 1 to 3 inches up from the top of your head, but towards the back. So it's closer to the crown of your head, up a little bit. So about 1 to 3 inches is where your causal chakra is. And if you just think about that area, 1 to 3 inches towards the back of your head and up, you'll be able to place that intention for manifesting, and it's going to manifest so quickly for you. It's an amazing tool to help with manifesting. But what happens is, because of that day and the energy, it is just doubly wonderful. So that is, just remember, put that intention in that causal chakra, and that 11/11 day will help it to be manifest to you quickly and easily. Just remember to make the most of this magical day, the 11/11 day, and thank you so much for spending some time with me today. As always, I'm sending you and yours love, light, and eternal blessings. Take care.